ma'am, emergency. Please step aside, sir.
Hey, get lost. I'm waiting here, huh?
FBI, you might want to stay out of this, all right, sir? Excuse me, sir. Ma'am, please, back off. All right, I need 8 double tall.
So you have to wonder, is the choice drink here in Cloud City Spashka or Coke 45? Do you really have to wonder? Now look, you can spill all the coffee you want, but don't you dare spill a drop of that Coke 45, baby. And hey, is Aries gonna be telling you about all these brand new Hot Toys Star Wars OT figures coming in 2022? I would say, I don't know. Chewbacca, calm down. Tell Lael I'll be there in a second. That's right. It is the Hot Toys Wizard morphed into Lando Calrissian, aka Brother Cousins the Space Pimp. And remember, you're watching Six Scale Cantina.
So what you gonna do when you miss out on the Artisan Anakin like me and some of you? Listen, I'm still spilling my damn coffee over all of this excitement from yesterday with the Joker and from today with the Anakin. But you have to ask yourself, is it possible that this is the start of something super special from Sideshow and Hot Toys? Not just for happenstance or this one-time event, but for many events to come, even perhaps on a monthly basis. And I say, yes, look, wow, we were talking about it yesterday on Best of the Best when you're speaking about the Space Pimp yesterday, opening up here, the Hot Toys Wizard disguised as Jay, Brother Cousins, the Space Pimp on Best for the Best. It was like $2.5 million or so just on the DX Artisan Joker yesterday. Are you kidding me? And just about with the same time frame, maybe a few minutes less, the Anakin, all gone today. And I'm telling you, man, a lot of buzz, a lot of excitement with this. And when you're making that kind of money, are they going to go ahead and do this again? Really? It was pretty lucrative for a Sideshow and Hot Toys, guys. And it was also pretty exciting. What do I feel about, not being able to get it myself? How does some of you feel? I do got some people that are going to be jumping in over here as well, coming on the show in just a minute. We're going to get their thoughts. We're going to go ahead and dive into all of this. How is everybody doing here today, though? I feel really good. I did get the DX Joker. I did, the Artisan version yesterday. I lucked out. I was number 2,994. That was my number yesterday. That was my number. And then right when it was time to go, I got it into my cart. I selected my payment, and it went through. And then not even 90 seconds later, I jumped on Big Breda, Joao show in the chat. And Anthony, Six Scale Mafia, said, hey, waitlisted. I'm like, whoa. So I just made it with the Joker yesterday. But then some people missed out on that. Today, no such luck. But congratulations to all of you that were able to secure that rooted hair joker. Congratulations to all of you that were able to get that today. You know, what are my feelings on that? What do I think about the system that they went ahead and they utilized? What do I think about not being able to secure it myself for today? Was this a win for Sideshow and Hot Toys? Was this a disaster? Is this a bomb? Should they do this again? Are they going to do it again? Let's go ahead and dive into all this. Right now! All right, and welcome everybody to a very special episode of Six Scale Live with the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, about to serve up all the Six Scale Hot Toys talk. And I hope you're all doing great on this Friday. Wow, look how many are already in here and in the chat. I am so excited about what was unveiled over the last couple of days, really, to be honest with you. What Sideshow and Hot Toys were able to roll out with this was absolutely, I feel, refreshing and new excitement for all of this. We're going to be getting a couple of special guests that are going to be jumping in here in just a minute, including Dante, the Man of Hot Collectibles, going to be joining me in here. I was just on his awesome countdown show. He's going to be joining me in here, maybe a couple of others. We're going to talk about our thoughts on how we feel. The Man of Hot Collectibles was also not able to secure the Anakin. The Hot Toys Wizard, disguised as a space pimp, Jay Brother Cousins, whether that was Jay or the Hot Toys Wizard, I know that he also was not able to secure the Anakin. How do I feel about it? How do you feel about it? We're going to be diving into that right here and right now. I can tell you right now from sharing the screen, and you can see it right here, I'm on the wait list. You can see it right there on that side. What does that mean? Do I think it's going to convert? You know, I don't know. But let's go ahead and look at some of your comments and say hi to some of you. And right while you're in here, go ahead and smash that like button right now. Come on, baby. Come on. A lot of you hitting those cues, making sure you're ready, getting ready to hit the add to cart or hit the wait list. Now it's time for the Dark Jedi 6 Scale Cantina to smash that like button right now. Let's get it right up. What do we got? 85 in here already. Let's get it up to 85 likes right now. Yomo, congratulations to you. He is coming home. Come on, baby. Celebrate along with you, my friend. That is really, really exciting. Good for you. AJ is in the house. What is up, baby? There is no cue to hit that like button. Do it now. Thank you so much, my friend. Good to have you in here. Charlie's in the house. Charlie Velasco, what's up? Says, what number on the wait list were you, Aries? You know, I had my phone open, Charlie, and I had this browser, another browser on my other computer. The best that I had, honestly, was 3,400 something. Everything else was, I got one that was 4,000, one that was 5,000. There was some people on there that were like 9,000, 10,000. I didn't feel real good about if it was truly limited to the 3,100 as they were touting. And there was part of us that were talking about maybe not, maybe it'll be more than that. But I'm actually happy that it's looking like that the word is living up to the word, and that what was advertised is actually real, which means more to me than actually getting it, believe it or not. They say 3,100. I want to believe it. I do believe it, because the Dark Jedi does not got this, but we're going to talk about how we can get it for sure. And a score here for Neorific saying good. Listen, man, congratulations to you. I'm assuming you're sitting at table 66, so it is good for you, baby. Oh my God, come on. A shooter say chosen for the chosen one. Come on, baby. Good for you. Congratulations. Darth Reese saying, I got it. Come on. Crossbow saying, I will probably end up in the ER on the next RSVP limited pre-order. The Artisan Anakin really took a toll on me. I'm glad I got in on the last seconds. Dude, listen, a lot of people. Let's not underestimate this guy.
You underestimate my power.
Can we get a dark side version now? We're going to talk about that. I was just talking to Brother Cousins on the phone about that.
You underestimate my power.
Yeah. Collector Joey says, I was able to grab it. Damn, I am so happy for so many of you being able to get some of these, baby. That is absolutely freaking awesome. Here's for you. Come on. Let's continue to go through in here. Single Songwriter is in the house. What is up, buddy? Single Songwriter says, fingers crossed at Six Scale Cantina. I hope you get it. Well, as soon as I get a couple of the panel members that are going to be joining on in, I'm going to go ahead and discuss how we could get it. Jason's in the house. He says, didn't get it. Not bummed. There will be another one coming. You know what? I think, is this what they call you, Jason?
They call him the Wizard.
Boba Fettuccine. I got neither. I am sorry, dude. I'm sorry that you didn't get that. But one thing I could tell you, Boba, is you're probably going to get another one of these very quick.
I'm Boba Fett.
Good to have Fettuccine in the house for sure. Draw the Line says, I got lucky. Congratulations. And managed to pick one up. Had 3 devices, so did I, basically, with multiple browsers open to make it work. Happened to strike gold on my phone, of all places. Yeah. Draw the Line. Let me know in the chat. Let everybody know you were able to pick one up. Let me know what number you drew. And one of you mentioned in here, I don't remember, that you barely got it. Let me know what number you are, because I'm very, very interested. Yesterday, when I got the DX Artisan Joker, which I'm so stoked I was able to get that, which is going to go fantastic with my DX19 Christian Bale Batman, which many of you know that I have and that I got because I'm building that Dark Knight trilogy collection. So this was perfect for me. I was 2,994, and 90 seconds later it waitlisted. So I was very, very lucky. Yeah, goodness. Black Order Collectibles, I got both. Congratulations. to you for sure. That is absolutely fantastic. Continuing to go through here. Bear with me if I don't put up your track. Just keep going. AJ says, so many people getting mad. They didn't randomly get picked, even though randomly was listed everywhere. For those who didn't like the system, I ask, what's the better way to sell it? No, and we're going to talk about this, baby. I'll be honest with you. Human emotion, I really wanted this figure. I was excited about this figure. Of course, I was disappointed that I didn't get this figure. But you have to wonder, AJ, if I'm able to get this figure with no problem, and I'm able to get the Joker with no problem, and I'm able to get the next Artisan with no problem, and you're able to get the next Artisan with no problem, and that one's able to get the next Artisan at no problem, and this one's able to get it at no problem. People are going to be like, oh, okay, another one of these. You're going to easily be able to get them. It's not a big deal. Bada boom, bada bing. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna. I'll just wait till it gets pre-ordered over the weekend. And then you remember what happened with that story through the last few years. Oh, this went up on pre-order. It's a day one pre-order for me, a dopo. And then people are like, it's gonna go to the bargain bin. The bargain bin. Remember all that talk about the bargain bin? Oh, I'm not gonna pre-order it. I'm gonna wait till it gets in stock. Wait a minute. I'm not even gonna wait till it gets in stock. I'm gonna wait till it goes on discount. No. Wait. I'm not even going to wait till it goes on discount. I'm going to wait for the bargain bin. And, no, wait. I'm not even going to go ahead and wait for the bargain bin. I'm going to wait for it to go even lower than that. Yeah. No. So if it didn't run out today, AJ, it would have seemed the buzz wouldn't be there. And I know that being a collector or doing from my perspective. So I am okay with this. I'm excited about it. It's going to get me excited about the next one. I know I'm going to be on my toes. The fact that they're making 3,000 of these, 4,000 of the Joker, like 1,500 of the Wonder Woman. Maybe the next one will be 5,000. Maybe it'll be 6,000. People are going to look at that here now. People are definitely going to look at that. If they come out with another Star Wars figure like a Luke, and they said, hey, limit it to 7,500, which would be, 4,500 more than 3,000, they're still all going to line up for this, knowing what's happening. So I feel like what happened today is actually a good thing. So great comment, AJ. What is going on? For sure. Continuing to look at some of these people in the chat. Valiant Archer at the house saying, fingers crossed for sculpted versions in the eventual Revenge of the Sith 20 line. You know what? You have to ask yourself, Valiant Archer, who's to say that they wouldn't even put out a sculpted version of the one that they have right now? They advertise the Artisan version. Doesn't mean that they will come out with a non-Artisan version even on Monday. And we're going to, what about a dark side Anakin version? And I'm going to talk about this, baby. Don't underestimate a dark side version of this immediately.
You underestimate my power.
That's a lot of power. That's millions grossed in from Sideshow over the last couple of days. I mean, goodness gracious, absolutely crazy. Erwin says, it's a horrible system. This should make us pay the full figure and no pre-order. I found out, though, Erwin, that somebody said that once they went back in, that they're able to set up their payment plan. So you may want to go check that out. I don't know how true that is because I didn't get a chance to order it. But I was told that at first that people are like, nope, there's no payment plan options. I don't know what happened. But you're able to go back in, I think, and modify the order. Collectors entities in here saying, I was lucky to secure mine today. I missed out on the Joker yesterday. I am the complete opposite, baby. I guess I underestimated his power.
You underestimate my power!
Never again. Never again. Single Songwriter says Hot Toys will do it again because it was successful worldwide. Or we're going to talk about that. We're going to definitely talk about that as I go through these chats to see who got it, who didn't get it, who's excited, who spilled their coffee, who's drinking iced coffee right now, who didn't care about it, who didn't want it. We're going to get into all of that, but you bring up a great point in here, Single Songwriter. Hot Toys will do it again because it was a success worldwide. And right here, you're seeing that on the screen. I'm already on the wait list. They sold 3,000 plus, 3,100 of these today in a snap. In like 20 minutes or so, 20, 30 minutes, gone. They sold 4,000 of the rooted hair Joker yesterday in a snap, gone. Not to mention, who knows how many of the sculpted hair DX Joker they were able to get rid of yesterday. So you have to ask yourself, Songwriter, and everybody in the chat, when you're going cha-ching, cha-ching, and you're counting those millions, is it possible that they're going to do it more than once or twice a year? And I say, yes. You can bet your arse they're going to do it. I actually believe that they're going to do this on a monthly basis. Now, how excited do all of you get with the sideshow cons and the live sideshow streams? You get hundreds of people, sometimes over 1,000, that tune into sideshow when they go live or they have monthly events. This was, make no mistake about it, an event that brought the community together. Even for people that really didn't have that much of an interest in some of these figures, whichever one it was, or either of them. They were excited along with me and you for what was going on. It generated excitement. It generated buzz. And that, besides just the money, if you're making money, and I'm talking about they made a lot of money. This wasn't like $100,000 or a few $100,000. Yeah, they'll go ahead and do it from time to time. They can't do it all the time. When you're talking about millions, they will do it all the time. Now, not every week or every day. But if they make an announcement on these artisan figures monthly, and then give you 3 or 4 weeks or every 5 weeks to kind of get ready, man, oh man, you're going to be looking forward to that event. Now, I think for the most of them, like the Joker, there will be a sculpted version. There will be a version that will go live with the rooted hair version. And I do believe Artisan's going to stay. It's going to have rooted hair. So I don't think you're going to get any Boba Fett's that are going to be in the Artisan line, baby.
And Boba Fett.
Right now, unless he gets a hair transplant, he doesn't have Boba Fett does not have any hair. But I think they're going to give you a sculpted version and an artisan version, and it will be characters that are prime, sought out after characters. Not low-tier characters, and not even mid-tier characters, but characters where people will be excited and want to go ahead and do this. And it brings the community together, and it generates excitement. I just found out today, and some of you found out today, that even if you wanted to get every one of these, that you're not going to be able to get everyone anyway. Sometimes you're not going to get the luck of that number position. That also being said, I'm not going to want every single rooted hair version they come out with. But just like a lot of people that were excited, that were channel creators, people that were jumping in on different paddles, people that were talking about this, that were saying, hey, I'm not getting it, but I'm excited for everyone who is. It was like being part of a party. It was like going to somebody's graduation party. It was like going to somebody's wedding. You may not be getting married. You may not be graduating, but you're happy to be there. You're happy to celebrate along with them. So listen, it's kind of like when these come out, it's like they're sending out for you.
You're delicious, bro.
Ciao, boys.
Like if they come out with Pizza the Hut. Some of you may not get it, but you're sure as heck are probably going to tune in for all the buzz and watch everybody get this gorgeous, delicious, beautiful, sexy figure.
You're delicious, bro.
Ciao, boys.
Good stuff there, songwriter, for sure. Gosh, there's so much in the chat. I'm going to try to get to it as we get over here. We are going to be having the Man of Hot Collectibles, Dante, join us in just a little bit, and perhaps some other special guests. Vanessa's in the house. What is up, girl? I'm so fracking devastated right now. Look, I feel you. I really wanted that Anakin. And I really wanted the Joker, especially because I'm building my DC collection, especially the Dark Knight collection. So I'm really happy I got that, but kind of bittersweet, because if I had to choose between the two, it's a tough one because the Joker comes with a lot of good stuff. Want the Anakin, so kind of bittersweet, but I feel you. But here's the thing. You know, Vanessa, like I was saying, if it was like no problem to get it, this would last as artisan stuff every little bit. But the story would be, yeah, everyone's going to get it. Why do I got to get it that day? Why do I got to order it? Why do I got to be there at 11:30? Why do I got to be at Sideshow at 9 a.m. Pacific? Why do I have to do it this day? And again, Vanessa, kind of like, you know, people were talking about the last few years. Why do I got to pre-order? Do I really got to pre-order? Everything gets in stock. Do I really even got to order it when it gets in stock? Can I wait for it on discount? Do I really got to get it on discount? Can I wait for the bargain bin? And I think that, Vanessa, having this like, ooh, it is a little bit hard. I may not always get it. Generates that little bit, ooh, I'm hoping I can get this one. But is it possible that there is a way still to get it? But listen, look who I've got with me here. The man, the myth, the legend, the man of super hot, burning hot, piping hot collectibles. Dude, just coming off of your stream. And thank you, Vanessa. I can't even keep up with all these chat stuffs in here. We got over 100 in here, Dante. Try to tell them to smash the like button. What's going on, baby?
How you doing, Aries? How you doing, guys? Yeah, man, we had a fun day today with this Anakin pre-order, which it turned out to be good, but at the same time, I was a bit disappointed. Some of the functions didn't work as we wanted. I mean, you were there and you couldn't get it. Same as me, I was there, I couldn't get it. It brought me to the main page, but there was a fine print, as Costa mentioned in the stream. There was a fine print that you can click on it, and then you will go to pre-order the figure. We both missed that. Kind of sucks, but we're on the wait list now. It was a very interesting experience from yesterday when we did the Joker all the way today with Anakin. It is new for all of us. I mean, we didn't ever experience something like this. Kudos to Sideshow because the website hold well. I mean, we didn't have those timeout experiences. Only when you were trying to waitlist the figure, the queue didn't work anymore because it was done, right? That's why people were getting the 404 errors. But, you know, other than that, I think it was kind of smooth. A bit disappointed I didn't get it, but congratulations to everyone who did. So, you know, I guess it was good for you guys to get it, and many people was able to get it, so that's good.
Yeah, I'm putting up a couple of comments here, Dante. It's so good to have you in the house as we're kind of talking about the aftermath of not only the Anakin from today, but the Joker from yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Sideshow and Hot Toys grossed millions of dollars the last couple of days on these. Is this something that they're going to do on a continual basis? Single Songwriter says 7,000 pieces sold on average, 500 per item. Howard is very happy with this and expect collectors to be rewarded bigly next year. Yeah, I think that this is and Kevin Collectible says this is the old Sideshow way. You're damn right. They did this years ago. You're darn right. And their exclusive Star Wars 6 scale line. And I'm telling you, is it possible that Sideshow and Hot Toys are working together, maybe even more than anyone even realizes? Are they closely working together to kind of figure out how to navigate through this volatile global economy where inflation got so high, the most that it was in 45 years, that they're making all kinds of adjustments? Dante, we've seen more exclusives this year than we ever have before. We're seeing everything from figures that were waitlisting 6 to 8 months. We're going, wow, now 2 to 3 months. Then we're seeing this. We're even seeing serialized, like the quarter scale golden Iron Man that just came out. That was 0 out of 300. And I think that they may be working closely together on these things. And then another comment here, Dante. Eric says, I could see up to 10,000 rooted figures depending on the character. And that's the key. Dante, I was talking about this before you popped on. I don't know if you heard it. But if this would have been available easily, if the Joker was available easily, people would still be excited for the next ones, but maybe the ones after that, it'd be kind of like, oh yeah, but every time I go and do this, I get it. Okay, so I'm not going to go, 12 p.m. Eastern or 9 a.m. Pacific this time. I'm just going to wait till I can order it on Sideshow, or I'll just wait over the weekend, or I'll get it in a couple of weeks. I feel like with this now that they're saying, hey, when we tell you only 4,000 Jokers rooted, that's it. When we're telling you only 3,000 Anakins, that's it. So now that the cat's out of the bag, Dante, if they said 7,000 Lukes, people are like, wow, that's 7,000. But you know what? These sold out in 19 minutes. I better get on and make sure I get this. And now I think they've just established something where that call to action now, when they call and they put on that fire drill, that people are going to respond to this. Go, baby.
You know what? It is interesting. I think, regardless of the character, if you put pressure on collectors, they're gonna get the figure no matter what. Even if it's like, I don't know, 5,000, limited edition or whatever. As long as you have a number and you have the pressure of timing to pre-order something, it's gonna get hype. Of course, if it's a good character like Anakin, even better, right? If it's a lower character, not lower character, but if it's a character that we've seen too many variations of them, maybe having 5,000 or 3,000 in quantity is not the right number. But if they lower to, let's say, 500, like what they did with Wonder Woman, for example, there wasn't that many, and it was listed quick, people are gonna get in the hype of pre-ordering, and that's something that probably Hato is gonna look into it, especially for characters that they know they've been doing a lot. But for those characters like Anakin, the Joker, or any other that is super hot, they're gonna do this no matter what. I think they're gonna continue doing this way. They're gonna continue doing the Artisan edition with other characters, and we discussed this in our show earlier today, where they do characters in the Artisan line, not necessarily with rooted hair, but maybe other type of accessory, diorama, or something. And everyone said no, it has to have rooted hair, but I'm thinking that maybe not. Maybe they do something different, or maybe not calling Artisan, maybe some other line that not necessarily has to have a rooted hair,
Or maybe, looks like we've got Lael in the house. Although Lael, I got no picture.
Because I'm on my work computer right now.
You're on your work
Doesn't-
computer, and jumping on in here is the Ladester.
Yeah, this is what we
Sadly.
call the magic of lunchtime, baby.
I
I only got.
I know you only got a few, but were you able to get it, or did you try to get it?
If you call, I was able to get to be number 6,439 in the queue. Yes, then I did definitely get it.
Did you get on the wait list?
Yes,
You did get on the wait list.
I think a lot of people dropped off. Now,
Now,
one
do you
thing
think you're gonna? Do you think the wait list is going to convert, Lane?
Oh, probably not. But
Okay.
we've seen the Iron Mans.
Mhm.
You know, the 1500. We had the 100. We've seen even some of the Spire. Now, those are a little bit different than, say, like this rooted hair Anakin or something. That's a different case. But this is one of those things where, especially, I think the Joker is 500 and what 15 was it? I think 515.
515 yesterday was the Joker. And what was the Anakin today?
410.
Because Dante, I didn't get to
410.
Was it 410? Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it was about roughly where I thought it was. So it was in the same ballpark as Wonder Woman, basically. When some of these figures, when it comes time where you have to pay for them, especially that Joker, I mean, that's a lot for one Hot Toys figure. I mean, it's $5. I think it's the same price as buying the Bark Speeder with Apo. So that's a vehicle and a figure.
Yeah, but I'd rather have this though.
Yeah.
But this has that. For me, this Anakin, and why I was so interested in it, Lane, and I get the speeder, and I don't have the room yet for the vehicles, but I'm making room because I got to make room for the N1. Oh, I said it. I've got to make room.
I'm
going to say it one more time. I have to make room for the N1, Lane.
And I say, yes.
How just a split personality the Hot Toys Wizard has, because he'll be no yesing you like the Zodiac from Brutus Beefcake in 1995 as part of the Dungeon of Doom.
Lane, I hope this is not what they call you sometimes.
They call him the Wizard.
No, right now they would just call me the failure of computernomics, because I've been trying to fight for the last 5 minutes getting this stupid camera to work, and it won't.
Real quick before you continue, I want to just say thank you and a shout out to AJ Argusa, member for 7 months here, and says 100% agreed. Demand was very successfully created. Thank you so much for that, and I appreciate your support, brother. Being on in here with that, but go ahead, Lane.
Well, I was going to say, but people, we're going to have frustration with this. I mean, I do think if they do this too much over time, they could build up some apathy. Like you said earlier, there's been a lot this year. I think maybe they need to maybe pull it back a little bit. And now, it's not Hot Toys who's running this method in the U.S. to put the figures up for people to try and get in queue and order them. That's Sideshow. I mean, a little bit more Sideshow with that, how they're handling it. However, though, there's the hype around the Hot Toys these last couple days have built. So you don't think that's also going to trickle over to the dewback coming out or something? Because if that just, say 2 months from now, willy-nilly, you would just put out for pre-order. I don't think because of there's 4 SKUs and it's up to $700 and all that other stuff with it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone mentioned. I think this has helped build hype for even maybe something like that. Different figures. But people are interested talking about Hot Toys. Okay, they were not able to get the Anakin or Joker, but hey, look at this thing. This is possibly a Grail Star Wars creature, that people have on and off have talked about. Maybe not 5,000 people are going to buy it, but you got people hyped to maybe want to get it, or a different version of it.
You bring up a good point. And Dante, they sold 4,000 Jokers, or 3,000 Anakins, and here today on Sideshow. It was absolutely amazing. But when they announce figures like this figure today, which we'll talk about a little bit later, like the dewback and the Stormtrooper, when they announce regular figures that just come out saying, hey, here's a new Moff Gideon from The Mandalorian Season 3, here's a new this, a new that, I don't think that they're selling these figures in the quantities that they were able to sell them today. This was thousands in minutes, literally in minutes, less than an hour, Dante. And I don't believe that that happens when these pre-orders come out. I think it festers. I think it's through weeks and months of being up in there. And I feel like what they were able to do today is they were able to be like, hey, we're not going to have this artisan line just sitting on pre-order and then in 2 or 3 months just say almost gone and generate the excitement that way. We're just going to do it right off the bat, get everything done right off the bat. And I think for these premium figures, and I think for these characters that are significant, like Anakin in Star Wars, I think in Star Wars you could look at characters like Han Solo, Luke, Boba Fett, the Mandalorian, as prime examples as well. I think in Marvel you can look at characters like Tony Stark as well, Black Widow like that as well. We could go on with a couple of those. DC, no brainer on some of those that they can go ahead and do. And with these prime characters, they're going to be looking to get those millions secured real fast and in a hurry, which is why I think this artisan line, you may see you may see something on a monthly basis just to bring people together like they did today. I don't think they're going to do it twice a year or 3 times a year. I think it's too little. I think this creates buzz, but I think you better do it with a big character. I think you better do it with a character that people are, really excited over. And I think, unlike the Anakin, you should offer a sculpted hair version, because they did that with the Joker yesterday. And I'll tell you right now, Dante and Lane, I think that they sold a lot of those sculpted hair Jokers, because I was like, oh wow, now that's available. But now that's still available. They probably got an extra injection, supercharged, turbocharged with that to get those moving. But then with the special one, it's like let's get rid of those now. And I think that they're going to make this an occurrence because it brings everybody together, gets them talking about it. And Dante, how many channels were talking about this for 4 weeks, nonstop, pumping up for this event? Go, baby.
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, as someone mentioned in the chat, I mean, and as I mentioned before too, is the hype that this happened, right? Many people, even people that didn't want to get Anakin, tried to get Anakin today. Like, because is the hype. We're all in. I mean, we did shows talking about it. We were there showing people live, like, the process from beginning to end. Some of us got it, some of us didn't get it. It created this, it was a fun ride. I don't know, like, even if I didn't get it, but it was fun just to be there, just to wait, to share, people coming, sharing their thoughts, experiences. Hey, I'm here online, but look, this is my number. We kind of saw certain patterns in how this is gonna work in the future. Again, this is the first time, at least to me, that Hot Toys does, or Sasha rather, does something like this. It is possible that in the near future we're gonna see more of this tactic to create the hype, to kind of measure, okay, how many can we get now? Maybe just putting this out there. Maybe do this for certain characters, not necessarily Artisan Edition, but maybe any other character, and just try to see what is the traction, like how many people is able to pre-order these figures, right? And then based on that, they will have a number. Okay, so we got a few people coming. So, not necessarily be for the artisan, but just try to get people in the hype. And I think that's what we're missing for a long time. People say, I'm going to pre-order next month. It's fine. I know it's
You're
going to be there.
exactly right. We were kind of missing some. There was almost a lot of, even though there's some, and I get it, I'm disappointed, you're disappointed, we didn't get the figure. Still kind of excited, you and I in this. A lot of excitement with here. But I feel like there was not a whole lot of excitement over the last couple of years, Dante, with this. And I feel like this is kind of going back. Someone mentioned it in the chat. This is how the Sideshow used to do their Star Wars figures, way back before the DX07. But this has changed things, dude. It's kind of like brought a lot of excitement in.
Oh yeah, yeah. Excitement, hype, you know. But again, I think it doesn't matter which character, but I think it matters how it is done, and also the feedback from the people, right? Because if you get a shared experience, like let's say you are there, and when it's your time to buy, you cannot buy it because something, the system crashed or something. That's bad feedback for the company, right? So the company is gonna be like, wait a minute, we have to change something because people are gonna join this because the experience sucks. But now, even though some people didn't get it, for the most part, the experience has been really good. I mean, we didn't have the system crashing or having issues, making the payment. Yes, if you take long enough, it's gonna time you out. Obviously, you have a specific window to buy, so you need to be quick with your stuff. Have all your codes ready, all your credit cards ready, whatever you're using to pay, ready. So
Yeah.
that's another thing, and we all share that live. Like people commenting, "Oh, you know what? I did this." Some or maybe other people who joined later, maybe they were able to get it because it was random at one point, right? You're in the line, but you're not like in the first in the line. You can be at, I don't know, like 30 minutes before the count started, and not necessarily be the first one. You can be the last one, the middle, doesn't matter. They will shuffle you at one
Yeah, it
point.
didn't matter. I came early and I still got the 5,000
The
six
best, the
thousand number.
best placing you could possibly be.
Yeah, I mean, I know for the next time, I don't. It's not about getting there early for the queue. It's about getting there 15 minutes early to make sure that my internet connection is good, that I'm logged in, signed into Sideshow, and that I'm ready to go
Well,
when it's
and
available. But it's not going to have any determining factor, Lane and Dante, on the position I wind up drawing.
yeah, well, remember too, they did do it whatever with this thing where after they got to about the time they randomly assigned your number, like for however many people were logged in or something. At least that's what the thing was saying. Whenever you had done it. Now, I was in 6,000 something to 6,000 something, so I don't know how much it adjusted stuff. But anyway, I unfortunately have to get back to the work train because my supervisor is saying, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I'm just like being peachy. So,
Well, Lane, it's good to get your thoughts in here. I'm glad you were able um, to drop in, and I think I'm going to see you on Monday night
right.
at Six Scale Raw, baby.
Yeah. Let me do a shout out real quickly. Chat, everybody, thanks for joining Aries today, him popping on here during the day. And let's all give, before you leave today, give a big shout out to Man of Hot Collectibles. Seeing him backing around a little bit, and he's been more active on his channel with some reviews, other stuff. Go check him out. Sir,
man.
it's good to see you kind of being back a little bit more and see you doing some streaming too. Thanks for being around some more. It's good to
Thank
see
you,
you.
sir. Appreciate it,
All
my
right.
friend.
Have a great one, everybody. And
too.
hey, don't feel you're in the after whatever frustration you have from the Anakin or Joker the last couple of days. If you need an Anakin, there's an Attack of the Clone Ones that looks mighty good with I'm sure Aries and Man of Hot Collectibles would agree. Has a pretty mighty fine head sculpt on him on that old little figure as well.
Well, and Lane, as you leave, we're going to talk about the power of this today, and also the upcoming Dark Side Monday.
You underestimate my power.
Boy, if you think this one, if they do it like more like our eyes Anakin with rooted hair, you think that this first one broke everything. Oh gosh.
All right.
Man,
Listen, you're not gone yet, so now I got to play this. Damn it.
He just had to finish with me hitting my head on my desk. Thanks a lot, bro. Anyway, have a good one, guys.
Later. So, Dante, I'm going to bring this up, and then I'm going to ask you about something here. By the way, there's 120 in here right now, just like some of you tried to get the Anakin today. You got the queue. You tried to put it in your cart. You hit the wait list. Hit the like button. Smash the like button. Let's get to 100 likes. Thank you very much. Dante Red in the Ledger says, I was number 1986 for Joker and number 153 for Anakin, and got both. That is pretty good. But let's talk about and congratulations to you. I want to talk about what this means. And we're all playing hooky from work. I know, right? Good to have you in here, Darth Chopper. It is a little bit discouraging, though, Dante, when you're really looking forward to try to get a figure you really want, and you're not able to get it, and you miss out. But then on the other side of the token with that Man of Hot, if it's really truly exclusive and it's really truly limited and it's really truly something special, it shouldn't be that easy. Then it's the same thing as always. So I don't really know any way around it. I think why I'm fine with this, and everybody knows I'm a gigantic Star Wars fan, and I spill my coffee all the time when it comes to this stuff. Why am I spilling my coffee? Because I really am excited for the people in here that got the figure. I'm excited. I feel like I'm almost rejuvenated in my excitement for this hobby. And I know that when the next one comes out, I may have a chance. And to be quite honest with you, I do think they're going to do about 12 of these a year. And I think that they may be accompanied, most of those 12, with a sculpted version that you can put up on pre-order. And really, 12 is not a whole lot. Even if they do like 10, and space it out every 5 weeks, Dante, that's not a whole lot. But I'm kind of glad that if I was like almost like inclined to get all 10 a year or 12 a year, that I wouldn't be able to get them all anyway. So that's helping me not buy all of them. And to be honest with you, I'm not going to get every single rooted hair that comes out. I'm pretty sure that I won't at all get that. But for this to be successful, it does actually have to be limited, and it should be a little bit hard. There should be a little bit of anticipation. There should be a little bit of heart pounding. Otherwise, it's like go to an amusement park and all the rides suck. You're going to go back again? Nah, I'm not really. I don't get excited. Go, baby.
It's funny because we were talking about this also earlier today. It's 3,000 limit size edition, but yet I don't believe the actual figure we have a number. Like you see, when you get a statues, for example, let's say you get a 1,500 limit size, it will give you the number. It will say, 50 out of 1,500, 100 out of whatever. I don't think we're gonna get the limit. I mean, we have a quantity, but not necessarily a limit size when you get the figure. I don't think that's the case. It will be nice though if they do that because it will add more value. Just imagine you are the ones ordering Anakin, and it is only 3,000 copies, and you are number 2 on your limit size. When you open your figure, you see the base underneath the base or a sticker or a card or something that said the number of your edition. Just imagine if you are within the top 10. Imagine how much you can add if you want to resell that figure. How much money you can get because you are you have one of the rarest, fewest pieces in your possession, right? So that's maybe something that Hot Toys eventually is gonna be doing. Not just gonna give you a quantity, but also actually number every figure. So you get number 1, you get number 2, and so on. That would be actually pretty good, and that it can be done to any type of character. Not necessarily having a Artisan edition, but it could be a DX, for example, with a certain limit run, 1,500, 2,000, whatever that is. That's gonna create the hype. And if they continue doing this, people are going to go more into pre-ordering, especially having this type of way of doing it, being an online queue, wait for your turn to buy. And then if you see a number super high, and the size edition is, or the size of the order is 3,000, and you are like, it's about 5,000, you already know your destiny, right? You already know you're not going to get it, but maybe you can get a wait list, and you're still high because you were able to get a wait list. So it's going to be interesting, how this is going to change the collecting in general in the future. Interesting to see how many people actually wanted to have the Anakin, not just kind of ordering and just reselling it, which is a fair game too. I mean, if you were in line, it's your turn, you got it. You can do that. That's not wrong. But curious to know how many people really wanted it and couldn't get it.
Yeah, no, good thoughts there. And I want to go to some of these comments, which are real. I want to talk about some of the issues today, which I do think that this was relatively flawless, but I do want to bring up some of the issues that, Darth Chopper says, Man of Hot content, brother, more Man of Hot content miss your regular post, brother. I know that you're coming back after vacation too, so that's
After
great.
everything, yeah. I've
Yeah.
been putting reviews and all that, but one thing that I was kind of lacking was doing streams and kind of be there, like even collaborate with other people. It was not because I wanted to do it. It was just life got into me. I was very busy doing a lot of things, and by the time I wanted to come back, it was kind of difficult. But
Hmm.
now I'm trying to slowly to be consistent. So
Good.
hopefully, the next few weeks I'll be more
Do that.
consistent.
So I was talking to brother cousins, my brother cousins Jay, on the phone after this, after I left your stream, Dante, before with this, and I want to bring up this comments here. There's a lot of comments I'm gonna bring up in there. Just keep putting it in the chat. I'll try and get to them. Don't forget to smash that like button. We got 127 in here. Do we got 100 likes? If not, let's get those likes going, baby. Took an L, took a loss. 100 away. That hurts. Think this could see a restock seeing as it was popular. So here's what I was talking about with Brother Cousins, and shout out to him because I was on his show, Best of the Best, yesterday. With this all this excitement. I don't think that they can do any more with this. What I'm kind of glad that it ran out, Dante, because I know we were talking about it on your show. If there suddenly was like 5,000 people in there and 5,000 people were able to pre-order this, then it's kind of like a lie. It's like, well, you said 3,100. Where's 5,000 coming from? Something will seem a little fishy. So I'm really glad it seems like that they're keeping to, hey, this is 3,100 and that's it. But I do think Red 5 Strong does bring up a good point. They're like, crap, this really, we could have made 3 times as much of this. But now you have to ask yourself, where typically I would think it would take a year or so to wait for a dark side Anakin with this, I believe what would make sense to me, if you did a dark side version here, like right now within a month, put this out, it wouldn't come with the regular expression on Anakin's face, which is everything you're seeing on Disney Plus right now, is just him without the red eyes. So if you put one out with red eyes, it's not Hayden Christensen, his regular human self. He's got the red eyes, number one. So if you come out with one like that, label it Dark Side, have a different base, now you're not upsetting collectors that this was only 3,100. Now you could put out maybe even more of this, 4,000 or 5,000 of a Dark Side one, maybe even 6,000 of those. Because, Dante, you and I both know in business, Hot Toys is going to secure some production time from the factory and say, run these, and it's going to be mass produced. Why not go ahead and they couldn't double this because it wouldn't look right, but they could sure as heck make a variation right now. Say, hey, for those that missed out on this, you missed out. You're not going to be able to get Hayden Christensen like the way he looks when he wakes up in the morning, but you could get him with his orange contacts if you want to get this. I really believe this is hugely possible because you're not talking about $100,000 here. You're talking about $1 million or more in being able to make this happen. They made millions over the last couple days. I think it's possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I think that that's more possible than them actually making more of this, because I wouldn't want them to make more of this, even though it would be easier for me to get it. But then it's like, well, you said 3,100, so I don't know what to believe. I'd rather believe them, take the loss on this, give me a different variation. I'll take it. Go, baby.
Yeah, we had issues like with Inart, right? When they, not necessarily Inart, but other companies, they were trying to increase some of the pre-order window for the Joker, if I'm not mistaken, right? And some people got mad about it, right? Because people who got it, then it was, another story. But with this one, I hardly doubt that Hot Toys will increase um, another batch of figures, just because if they do that, a lot of collectors who got it are gonna be pissed.
Like you said, 3,100. Like, what are you doing? So that's why I don't think it's going to happen.
Don't just add, oh, well, because now you know that was a demand. Now you want to freaking add another. No, you knew.
So what's the answer to that though? Is it possible we'll give you a dark side version?
Oh, we're gonna get variations for sure. Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. This is not the last Anakin you'll see for sure, Remember, we got a light side, we got a dark side. They did the light side only so far for the Artisan edition. So they're gonna do a dark side Anakin for sure, 100%. 100% they're gonna do one. Now when we don't know, but based on this experience, huh, you believe them sure that the next time they do this, they're probably gonna increase the size, not to 3,000, but maybe 6,000 or 5,000. Just to get more pre-orders going, and a lot of people are gonna do this. A lot of people are gonna do this.
Read in the Ledger says, and I'm going to have an answer for you here. And you can see sharing my screen. This is my sideshow. I'm on the wait list. That's all I was able to get today. You guys are watching a very special edition of Six Scale Live with the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington. Here with my friend Dante, the Man of Hot Collectibles, just coming off of his countdown show from earlier today. Read in the Ledger says, I'm hoping the old Dark Side Anakin now comes down in price. I'd pick one up for the 400 range. So unfortunately, I say no. I think that the Dark Side one right now, believe it or not, Read in the Ledger, is super strong. It's shown no effect because of this. And the fact that this doesn't come with those eyes, I think that the Dark Side one's actually going to go up. I don't think it's going to come down. However, here's this one from Marty McFly. It says, hey Aries, shall I sell my dark side right now? I only ever bought them for trades, but there is no other grail I want. I say no, because this is not the dark side Anakin, number one. But I do think here's the reason why I think that they would do a dark side Anakin now, to be honest with you, Marty McFly, and Read the Ledger. I feel that so much money was made so quickly with this Artisan line that they could go ahead, Dante, and they could wait 24 months to make this kind of money again. Sure. But why would they make it? They've already got the evidence that they could sell these in 19 minutes, 3,000 of them. Why wouldn't they be like, hey, the same exact head sculpt, the same thing. We got the roller guys. Let's go ahead, paint them red. Let's give a different brace that says Dark Side Anakin, Darth Vader. Okay, shoot. They could even label this an Artisan, Dante, where it's a Disney 100th version. They can literally do that because we did not even get a 100th Disney for Star Wars yet, but you could bet your arse we're going to before the end of the year. This would technically be Darth Vader. If they did that, they could run the same production, because like Dante and I were just saying, they're not going to be able to give you any more of this one, but they could sure as heck put out the same darn figure, color the eyes, give it a special 100th base to call it something different, and say, hey, we're putting this up. Why would they wait 24 months? Why would they wait 36 months? They're already booking the production timing. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but that's why I'm thinking that's where your dark side would suffer. Is if they did that, Dante. I don't think the dark side suffers now.
Actually, I'm not too sure about that. I've seen people selling the dark side Anakin way cheaper than on eBay.
Well, the market's bad right now. The market's bad too.
Right, the market is bad overall. I honestly think that if you have the chance to sell it at recovering your money, I will probably go for it. Just trade it with something that you want.
Yeah, if you want to. I mean, yeah, if you don't,
because chances are, I mean, we don't have to be wizards to predict, but I mean, we know for a fact we're gonna get a dark side Anakin rooted here. We know for a fact it's gonna happen. I mean, they're already starting the trend. It's gonna happen. We don't know exactly when, but it's gonna happen 100%. So that right there is gonna be. I mean, if you want to keep it from now until then it's absolutely up to you. But just bear in mind that you might lose money if you can sell it now and make some money. I will probably do it. But I wanted to bring something also. Somebody mentioned in the chat that if they do the pre-order, like let's say 3-day window, they can do something that they normally do with SH Figure Arts. Especially, I mean, I'm into Dragon Ball figures. So when you pre-order SH figures, for example, depending on the character, depending on the exclusivity, they give you a window. Let's say the pre-order starts today and it will close, let's say, Friday, just to give an idea. I'm sorry, Monday. So it give you like a 4-day window to pre-order, and people go there, pre-order. Comes Monday, you're done. That's it. No more. You know. I don't know if that would be a good idea to do this, or it could also be, that people are probably gonna say, you know what, I might wait. Maybe some sculptors or might buy a huge amount of quantity just to resell later. So I think this is the way of doing it, the way that Sideshow did it, giving you like a online wait time. You're in a queue waiting for pre-ordering the figure. I think that's a good. Maybe they need to improve certain little things that some of us had the bad experience when we were doing it. That we were prompted to a different screen. Again, maybe there was something that we missed because again, when you're in the hype, when you are in the rush to pre-order, you might not read certain things. So maybe that could be on us. Maybe it was more clear for other collectors, but maybe they could have changed that a little bit. Now maybe they can fix about who's in the queue. I can understand that it's random, but let's say you were the one of the first ones who RSVP the figure, and then when you log in, you are like the last one in the freaking queue. I don't think it's fair either, right? So I think they have to find a balance. I don't know what the balance could be. I don't know what algorithm, what way they will do this in the future, but I think they are on the right track. Was this experience perfect for everyone? I don't think so. Was it good for a lot of people? I think so. I think it was good for a lot of people. Yesterday, for example, when I did the Joker, I didn't even remember that there was a pre-ordering for Joker until like somebody mentioned on Joao's stream yesterday. I went there, I click on the link, and I got it. Like I don't even have to open 3 different browsers to do it. So maybe that's something that if you are logged in, right? If you are logged in, it will count as one. Maybe they can do that to improve, so people they don't have multiple screens open trying to be in the queue. I don't know. Again, this
Well,
is
I
a
think it
brand new
will.
thing.
No, I think it will improve. And we're going to get to some of the comments with some of the. There were a few issues today, I thought, but still relatively small. But JB Collection, good to see you, my friend. I hope that you and your husband are doing well. And she says, I was waiting on the page since 7:50 a.m. I know I am so. I haven't been this invigorated or this excited about getting figures in the longest time. And I know there's some negativity out there. You get some negative in the chats, and you get this or you get that. Dante, you're not going to please everybody with everything here. But you want to talk about creating buzz and creating excitement for something that I thought in some degree was fizzling out a little bit, or the excitement was fizzling out a little bit. You know what I'm talking about. You kind of brought that up a little bit. This really ignites a spark. This real, and plus, this innovation is out of this world. This innovation is out of this world. I'm very thankful for what InArt did, because just in that, it allowed that innovation to start taking place with Hot Toys, and really, I think, accelerated it to the next level. Look, and here's the thing: this is not, personally, in my opinion, Dante, going to be for everyone. Rooted hair, the Artisan line is not going to be for everyone. I'm so grateful I got the Hot Toys Dante Joker for $560-$70 ship, because I sure as heck wasn't paying the $1,300 it's going to cost me to get a rooted one from InArt. And I knew that Hot Toys would come out with one there. But what I was happy about with that InArt version was that it prompted Hot Toys to kind of compete that way. And so I think it was good. You come out with the same figures. Okay, it's kind of like Chevy has a Camaro, and now Ford's coming out with a Camaro. I get that. And now I'm hoping that with these companies, Ford concentrates on their Mustang, Chevy concentrates on their Camaro. That's what I kind of hope, because I don't want the same crap over and over again, because every company is just going to keep trying to outdo it. It's kind of like if Hot Toys keeps redoing Iron Man at 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. It's kind of old. That's great because you could go to battle all day and you could have the same championship fight. Part two. Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Eventually, I'm just like, you know what? I could care less anymore. It's kind of like when the Patriots went to the Super Bowl every single damn year. Okay, I get it. You're good. Okay, I get it. You're good. Some people are going to think this. Some people are going to that. Can we get something different now, please? Can we go ahead and do that? But I tell you what, this has generated some amazing excitement like I haven't seen really since I started getting into hot toys. I'm really digging what they're doing here. And Dante, you've been collecting for a long time. If things are going to be exclusive, if things are going to be limited, this is the game in collecting. If it's limited, it's not for everybody. This isn't a free for all. This isn't everybody's going to get a chance to get it. It's so easily obtained. Then there's nothing limited about it. There's nothing special about it. It's kind of like you watch Indiana Jones to go after the Raiders, the Lost Ark. If the Lost Ark was available in everybody's backyard, who gives a crap if Indiana Jones is going after the Lost Ark? I got the Lost Ark. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to go seek it out, it's got to be something to be sought out. Go, baby.
Yeah, and another thing is, I do think that again, when I mentioned before about the limited edition size, if Hot Toys does something that you see the number that you're getting, the number, the copy, the number of the figure you're getting, 1, 2, 3, whatever, it will create an additional value to the actual figure, right? Because it's a limit size. In here it says limited edition 3000, but again, we just need to wait and see if they can actually number them, right? That's another thing. Because one is limited quantity, one is limited edition size. Like, again, what I mentioned before, like how you get in statues, for example. I mean, I think this is going to change the whole thing, obviously. It's going to
I
change the
agree.
whole thing. I think a lot of people are going to be more hyped to get this figure. Like OneSixthScaleMan mentioned also about the rooted hair Anakin that's been a long time around, especially for custom collectors. And yeah, I agree, but there's always a preference for having a licensed figure, licensed character. Customs are amazing, don't make me wrong, but some collectors prefer the official one, like with the Disney logo, with the Hot Toys logo, rooted hair. Many other people don't care. I don't really, if you ask me, I don't really care. I'd rather get a custom, nice rooted hair because some of the artists who does the rooted hair work are freaking amazing, man. It's actually better, in my opinion. Maybe some people might disagree with me, but sometimes it's better get a custom rooted hair from a artist than from the actual company, you know. So again, I don't know, but yeah, I do think that's you know that's something that is going to change. I don't know if this is going to be something that Hatu is going to be doing more often, limited quantities for characters. I can see that happening more on the characters that are not too popular to make it limited. So they are safe to kind of like run out of the inventory quick. But in if you're gonna do Anakins, if you're gonna do, I don't know, Darth Vader's, Luke Skywalker's, Iron Man's, or whatever, you may want to have a decent amount of quantity for collectors to be able to get it, right? I think 3,000 was a bit low for this type of character. I think would be 5,000 would be, I think, perfect, like what they did with the Joker. That a lot of people were able to get it, some of them missed out, but 5,000 is, I think, better number because there are more Hot Toys collectors than or there's more Star Wars collectors, I guess, in the US than other parts of the country. So that right there is your indicator, I guess.
Yeah, and Mark Lee says, I'm okay with this system. I scored the rooted Joker yesterday, and the D100 limited to 1,500 instant grail is on its way to me. Win some, lose some. That is what collecting is. He's 100% right. If you want something, on a mass scale, that's fine. And there's nothing exclusive. There's nothing limited. There's nothing, anything about it. So, and this is exactly how I feel, Dante, with what Mark is saying here. I think that that's very sound thinking, because I do think we got to keep perspective. Because, yes, I am disappointed. I know you're disappointed too. We weren't able to get it. But on the same token, I love this hobby, so I'm pretty excited for everyone else. And I'll be quite honest with you. You could still get this figure. Your wait list may not convert, because someone brought up a great point. I think it was Lake, who's been a long time supporter in here. He's like, yeah, I was number 5,000. I'm pretty sure 2,000 aren't going to cancel and my wait list is going to convert. It's a great point. I'm pretty sure 2,000 won't either. But honestly, there's going to be some, though, more than usual, that will cancel, Dante, because they pre-ordered this with their $40 or so NRD, like the $50 yesterday for the Joker, out of excitement. And then when the Piper calls saying you got to pay me $400 or $500 extra, there's going to be some, and probably more than usual, that go ahead and drop out. But I'll be honest with you, for how high these are, you're going to be able to get these on the secondary market. For me, I really want this figure. I have no problem spending an extra $100, $150 on it from retail. I bought my Dark Side Anakin for $400, which was about $150, Dante, more than retail. So, if I really, really want this, because it's something I really want, you're going to be able to get it. It's not going to be $1,500 or anything to that nature. You just got to decide, is it something that you really want? It's kind of like, Dante, if somebody new comes into Hot Toys and they're just coming in right now and they're a Han Solo fan, or they're a prequel fan and they really want the Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan Kenobi, they're going to have to spend about $500 plus $600 on a Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan, if they don't want the Obi-Wan series Obi-Wan Kenobi, and they don't want the Clone Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi. They're going to have to spend $600, $600 to $800 on a New Hope Han Solo regular, or on that A New Hope Han Solo Stormtrooper. That's the name of the game. I have those figures because I really, really want it. There's nothing that's going to stop me, Dante, from getting this Anakin. I may have to spend another $150, maybe $200 all in extra than what I would have done here. But I'm going to skip out on one of those pre-orders that I'm pre-ordering to pre-order, but I really know it's not as close to my heart as this. You're still going to be able to get this. It's not like it was 200 or 100 limited worldwide. Go, baby. You're on mute.
Sorry, I muted myself. I was looking at eBay, trying to see if I can see because yesterday was funny. They put the Joker for $1,000 already on eBay.
Yeah. Well, they got Wonder Woman right now for, I think, Tim Senton Toys for Adults, right at about $895, and that was $1,500. Did you? I saw the pictures on that from Reagan, MRCcollectionventures. Shout out to Reagan, does a great job. That thing looks freaking cool, dude. These artisans, I'm just saying, dude. That Gal Gadot figure, oh my
It
God.
looks good,
But $900?
Yeah,
That's a lot.
but also if you look at the figure at the Wonder Woman, the hair has some glue in it too on the top. So it was I mean, at least to me it was okay. But now think about this. Let's say we got Anakin, and when you get the figure, the hair doesn't look as good as the prototype.
Well, then you're easily going to be able to get it.
That's going to be
people are like, oh, I want to load it.
That's going to be a letdown for a lot of people too, And that's the thing, like.
You mean like Tony Stank?
The Tony Stank. No, I mean the head sculpt is probably going to be good, but the rooted hair maybe is not that good for.
You won't know until it comes out.
Exactly. So
you won't know.
And that could be another thing, right? If that happens, then people are going to be pissed. But again, just remember this, you're really paying right now based on the promo pictures. You're paying for the rooted hair, right? You're not really paying for the outfit itself because it's still leather. It's not leather, right? That was something that we were talking about earlier. That was something that Hot Toys didn't pay attention or to try to fix it, because many people were having issues with the leather on Anakin, and I was surprised that they didn't improve that.
Well,
instead of using real leather, they just keep using the same.
Yeah. Let's talk about this, Dante. Bob Darcy says, terrible experience. Not fun for me. Waste of time. Now you need to use multiple devices with multiple browsers open for a random number in a queue. Great for computer experts and pro scalpers, in my opinion. he has a little bit of a point. I do think it went smooth, but there were some things I didn't like today that were a little bit different than yesterday. So, for instance, what Bob is saying, I think partly happened here for me. And we talked about it on your stream. Ryan says, I also got kicked out when it was my turn and went from 1,500 to 9K. That did suck. I don't understand what happened there. And I'm seeing a few different people that posted in here. Let's put up this from Papas Gurkmos. And good to have you in here, my friend. I was number 154, right on point. But when it was my turn and pushed the buy button, I got kicked out instantly. Then I was got in queue at number 8,019. I am not happy about that. I'll be honest with you, Papas, on what Ryan was saying, and a little bit here also what Bob Darcy was saying. I kind of understand their pain a little bit. I do, from my perspective, think this was relatively smooth, but I feel like they got some kinks they got to work out. I didn't like what happened today because I did get I was like, oh crap, I'm getting a good number here. Then all of a sudden I was 5,244. And I'm like, what the frack? Because yesterday when I went on with the Joker, Dante, I got number, I was like number whatever it was, 2,944. And it just stayed there the whole time. Right when I came up, it stayed there the whole time. And then I got my figure right at the last minute. But I feel like it jumped around today. Why did it jump around? And I'm going to bring in here before you answer that, my brother from another mother coming in here, second brother. What is going on, buddy? I heard that you may have some news for us. Did you or did you not get the Anakin today? What say you, baby?
Oh yeah, I got it. It took some work. It took some work. Sorry, I may be coming in a little broken. Don't sound too great. I'm in the backyard, cleaning out a pool for a little macho's pool party. So.
No, good to have you here, baby. Congratulations. I'm sure you did this.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But you know, I've been in a console game for a while. And, you know, when the consoles get released and going through trying to get those and concert tickets and almost like the system that I do is the same and how the way this went down. But my screen, I would tell you this, I was 59 in line and my screen flickered twice. No, it's flickered 3 times, kicked me back into the queue, and the queue turned to like 1,200 opposed to 59. And then all of a sudden, it just started going real fast. And then I got back in to pay for it. It flashed again, restarted. The third time around, I got it. So it was a little bit of madness there.
Wow. And I was just asking Dante, the only thing I found different today, and both of you could talk on this, I felt it was relatively smooth and I enjoyed the experience. I didn't enjoy not being able to get it, but I understand this game, and people in the sneaker game know this, and people in some of these other collectibles understand this game. I'm fine with it. I'd much rather this than them BSing us and being like, oh, we magically are going to put out another 3,000 or 4,000. Everybody gets one. Well, then you're really not limited at 3,100. So either say what you're going to do or not do.
Right.
But I had a number.
But then that's the illusion though. Not to cut you off, but the illusion is when I turned around and looked at the numbers, and I saw some of the numbers people that were putting out, and compared to the ones that have received, have managed to pick it up, that Sideshow advertised 3,000 or 3,100 or whatever it is. That's not their allotment. That's 3,100 worldwide. So looking at the numbers of where some people were and they didn't manage to get it, they must have had 1,000 or 1,100, and that was it. And that probably will come out later on. But I'm for the numbers I've been seeing and other people putting in posts. No, they had probably like 1,100, and they had 3,000.
Yeah, no, very, very interesting. So did you guys experience this today where I had a low number? I was on Dante's stream, and then some people were talking about this. I was number 154. I got booted out, and then I was number 5,000. So I feel like they have a couple of kinks, second brother, that they have to work out. Yesterday I didn't have that problem. I was 2,994, and that was my damn number. And I got it right at the last second, because right when I pre-ordered it, and about 90 seconds later, Anthony's Six Scale Mafia said, "Hey, it just hit waitlist." So I just made it.
Yeah.
But I didn't get kicked around. I got kicked around like crazy today. Why is that? Kinks?
I think it's a queue within a queue. I think that's what was happening. I think it set up a queue. The queue system got everyone that was on, because when they opened up that queue, I was sitting at my computer doing the usual refresh of people does. They did a little tricky thing this time. They did like last with the 15-minute a little 15-minute warning. This time it was 25 minutes, because I went back like every 15 minutes to refresh the screen. So they didn't really go active with the queue until 11:35, until 11:35 Eastern time. And then once you got into that queue, you thought everything was going to be ready at 9 o'clock. It wasn't. You got another notification said that everything's not quite ready to be ordered yet, and then they pushed it to 9:15.
Now, why did that happen? They should have still kept the space, right? Or no?
They should have kept that space. And I think what it did, when that happened, they probably reset everything. That's what I think would probably happen.
So I feel like the next time they do this, because I'm not saying that there was more interest than the Joker, because I felt like there was so much interest in the Joker, but some people were suggesting, other channels, other people in comments, that perhaps the Anakin was even more buzz on that than the Joker. I'm not sure about that personally. I feel like they were both equal. I feel like that there was more available with the Joker. I just feel like when you're unveiling a new system, a new queue system, you know that from IT, different people, and from different things, you're gonna have glitches in the beginning. It's almost impossible to unveil a new operating system, a new way of doing things, and having it be smooth and never having a problem in the beginning. I think that's what happened today.
Right. And and it's just one of those things where, for people to saying that the system wasn't randomized, it was. It was.
Oh yeah.
So it wasn't a thing where you got in there. But I will say this: I think it was a queue within a queue that they pretty much queued up how many people that they have for their allotments, and then recycle those numbers again according to that. I think that's what happened, but we would never know. But I mean, for going forward, I think this is the fairest way to do it. Even though they need to get with those glitches and trying to make sure you don't get no sunlight. They get with those glitches. But like you said, the Joker, I think the reason why the Joker went as smooth as it did, because you got a lot of collectors already got that in art. So that takes a lot of people out of the game that you're in competition with compared to this.
Because it's almost like comparing those two figures, to be honest with you.
Right.
Is potato.
Right.
They're very, very close. Obviously, we got to wait for the Hot Toys one to come out to really, really know. But even if it's a little bit better, which it may be, or not as good, which it may be, regardless, it really is potato. You're not comparing DX11 to this. This is highly one of the best figures ever created in history. So it's going to be one or the other. But I totally agree with that. I think that there was more people on this, so there was a little bit more bugs to work out. And look who's in here, who started off the show. I think it was the Hot Toys Wizard disguise. Hot Toys Wizard Jay is running around in your likeness today, baby. So just FYI, when you walk around, go in your restroom, he may be popping up. But Brother Cousin said, stayed at the slot the whole time. I didn't get kicked around. I wonder about this. I'm going to ask this to you, Dante and Second Brother. Yesterday, I was on one browser, and I had one computer, and I just did that. I stayed at the same number. Today, I decided to be a little bit more crafty, a little bit more, prepared, if you will, for this Anakin, and it bit me. Is it possible because I had it opened in separate browsers and my phone and on another computer that's why it kicked me around? Because yesterday I didn't. And Jay, let me know if you had it open in multiple or you just had in one. I wonder if that was part of the problem.
Well, you know, in actuality, I had multiple browsers open, and I could pretty much say that's probably which it had you kicked around because it's trying to it's reading IP addresses. That's how those things work. It's reading IP addresses, and then it's like, okay, well, we got 3 different IP addresses from one account. Which one are we going to pick? So I could turn around and say, like, not foolproof, but the glitches that I got, I'm sitting up there like, okay, it's probably trying to pick in between which. It's trying to pick in between which. And then, you know, like I said, it was like I was 59 and then it got kicked around and it showed up as like 1200. And then all of a sudden that 1200 number went quick. It went quick, like it was down back to my original queue, back around to my original queue. But the only thing that's good about this system that I would say is that I don't know what other experiences had, because I had this experience with the Joker yesterday, and I had to go off on my bank because my bank at the time for me to purchase it froze my account where I couldn't purchase anything. So I had to do a whole bunch of mad transfers on another device. And good thing it stayed in that queue for me to be able to go back to the site to get it. I was very lucky with that. I was shocked that I still was able to purchase the Joker after I got everything straight. But I think the hype and the volume of this one, it probably taxed their systems over there. But I'm sorry to say, I mean, glad to say that this system was better than the other crap they had for the Wonder Woman and Iron Man and Spider-Man.
Yeah. I like this system. I think the next time what I'm going to do, I may open it up on my other computer like I did on my phone, but I'm never going to open up with the same IP like different browsers. I'm not going to do that again. That could have been part of it. But Dante, your kind of takes on what we're talking about here with Second Brother and somebody's comments where, you know, that we were talking about on your stream. That was a little bit frustrating getting kicked around a little bit today. I didn't feel like as much of that yesterday.
Yeah, and also demand, right? Anakin has more demand than Joker now today. You know, based on what Second Brother mentioned about the inert, right? A lot of people didn't get this rooted hair Joker because of the inner Joker, right? But also the it was a higher limited edition size, you know, to 4,000 compared to 3,000. You know, so that's a little. It's more, even though it's only 1,000 more, but it's still more. So that was another thing. Now, in regards to the browsers, you know, if you are I think if you are not logged in all those browsers, let's say you have your phone, you have your computer, and you have your laptop, let's say, and you open your browser there. If you are not logged in, right, you can be in line, but by the time you go to log in, that's when you lose your spot, because that's what happened to me. I was on my computer, but then on my phone I wasn't logged in, and on my phone I was spot 200 something. When I was about to get the purchase, you know, asked me to log in, and when I log in, it kicked me back again, and then I got another spot there, but that wasn't too high. It was like a 1,500.
That's what happened to me.
And I logged in this time, and then when I got to the screen, he brought me to the main page, and then when I click on the Anakin, it was again back to the queue. So they were, you know, was the experience perfect for all of us? No. Was it better compared to other times? Yes.
Oh,
you know,
God,
as I
yeah.
mentioned before, it was. Yeah, some of us, obviously, the ones who didn't get the figure are gonna be mad about it, right, and express our, you know, disappointment. But at the same time, many people who did it didn't have any issues at all. So, you know, could this be better? Yes, I think it could be better. Maybe they can find a better way of alerting people, saying, you know, if you're in the queue, make sure you're logged in, so people remember to be logged in.
And I'm sure they will. I'm sure that they'll streamline that a little bit.
You know, and if you're logged in and you're using different platforms, then the system is going to say you can only be in line once, you know, because you're logged in with your username. You know, now you have a different username with a different account. It's a different story. But, you know, at least it will be more efficient, so you don't have to be in the spot 3 browsers or 3 different devices for one purchase you're going to make, you know?
Well, Yomo says, and good to have Yomo in here, Aries, I had 8 different tabs between 3 devices and didn't get kicked around at all. Good point there, Yomo, for sure. And we've got 118 in here. Did you smash that like button? Go ahead and do it right now. Come on, everybody. Let's go ahead and get to 100 likes. It's as easy as trying to get into the queue and hitting the wait list, as many of us had to do, for this Anakin. Metamorphic Customs in the house, so we try to get to some of these. Says, missed Anakin. Always good to see Desy. Desy made that fantastic backdrop voice diorama for my DX16 Darth Maul, which is lit and everything. He does such amazing work. But he says, but loving this new system. Exactly. This exclusivity and community engagement. That's what I'm talking about. Why am I spilling my coffee today, second brother? Why am I excited? And I wanted this damn Anakin. Number one, I mentioned it before. I'm still going to be able to get it. We're talking about that. But exactly what Desy is saying is exactly what this community, I feel, needed. Was this kind of turbocharged, second brother?
Right. The thing.
As second brother tries to come back on, I know he's on his phone right there, but that's exactly, Dante, what this community, I feel, today needed. I think that buzz, it's not going to be perfect. Anybody who thought that this was going to be perfect, and everybody who thought that they were definitely going to get it, if it was truly 3,100, everyone was not going to get it. But as we wait for second brother to comment on that, you comment on what Desy said first.
Yeah, it is. He's right. I think this experience was fun. I think other than that, it was fun. Kind of sharing our thoughts, sharing our experiences. Everyone on the chat jumping in. Saying, "Hey, I'm number this, number that. I got kicked out. Oh no, I'm still here. I got one." That's actually fun because all of us were together trying to get a figure, and we were congratulating people who got it. Obviously, not discouraging people who didn't. Go to wait list and wait. I mean, you may score one. Who knows? But that was the fun of it. It was very fun, to be honest with you. Even I didn't get it either, but it was fun. Just sharing. Just
actually, that's what you guys were talking about. That's a part of the game. It's part of the game. It's the chase. And myself, I wasn't really. If I didn't get it, it wasn't going to be like a heartbreaker because I had the dark side Anakin.
Yep.
But I think and I'm just like I tried to talk to Lael, and I just said to him, like, man, I'm not really pressed for, but I love the chase. That's why I'm into the hobby. I love to try to get the pieces that supposed to be unattainable. I feel like I'm Dr. Jones, when you hunt for these things, and then when you finally get it, it goes through. And it was like, okay, it's a great feeling, but at the same time, you want to work with other people in the community to help them secure pieces and make sure, learn from our mistakes on things, what to do and what not to do. So that's what makes this community great. Like you said, Aries, it's a supercharge that is needed. And then they brought the damn dewback out right along with it.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus.
So,
I mean, did you guys see that freaking dewback? Oh my God! I mean, it was, and I know that they know that we were getting that. Well, did you think that was coincidence that they released the Star Wars that they announced the Star Wars figure today while this Anakin was going on? I don't think it was a coincidence. I think it was a concentrated effort for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really, really do. But a lot of comments in here. Let's go to some of these as we're talking about it. But Desy, you bring up a great point on this, and I think that's what I'm feeling. And then let's put this up from Black Knight because has a different opinion. Says, I disagree that it's good for the hobby, small limited runs, mainly because if you're trying to appeal to newcomers and they see how extreme obtaining one is, it doesn't give the scene a good look. I know that some have that opinion. Playing devil's advocate to that, I collect hats. And for me and my personality, second brother, I see a ton of hats that are available. And if they're readily available, I'm not excited about them. I'm like, I could get this at Lids. I can get this from Sneaker Town in Florida. I could go ahead and get this from Capsule in New York. I could go ahead and get this from Hat Club. Yeah, everybody, I know all the places that get this. What gets me excited about it is, oh man, am I going to be able to get this exclusive version that only Hat Club is going to get? Am I going to get this exclusive? So while I hear Black Knight's thing, and there are people that agree with that, for me, I'm the total opposite. I want the excitement of. Do you remember Second Brother? And you may as well too, Dante. I don't know, but I know if some of you are of age like me. I look forward to the Cracker Jack box. What the prize was in there? You didn't know what the prize you were going to get in the cereal box. You were like, "Damn, I didn't get the same as Joey got. I didn't get the same prize as Susie got." But it was kind of like, when you got your baseball cards. Oh shoot, did I get a Don Mattingly in there? Or did I get Reggie Jackson? Yeah, I'm a Yankee fan too. I like all baseball though. But there was kind of an anticipation. And you keep going. If you always knew what you were going to get, it's like, why would you even trade the baseball cards? Because everybody's got every damn thing. And I don't think that that's what this hobby typically is the appeal for. Go, baby.
Right. As I get his comment, but as collectors, it's going to be a point that you have some pieces that are exclusive, pieces that are just, what I collect. I think in the heart and the mind of a collector is their own individuality and their own taste and flavor of things. So that's what makes it appealing when you have pieces that are exclusive, or they only make them at a certain time. I am thoroughly happy when I have people come visit my home and they see the collection, and I try and tell them, say, hey, this is not something you could go in the store and go pick up. There's a process. And even with new collectors, you could see there would be some disappointments that's there. And but that's a part of the chase. If you see something or say something that is limited, either you could be in or you could be out. But that doesn't stop the disappointment. It's just like with me, just like okay, let's go back to the drawing board. But I'm a little extreme on things. I actually bro, when the Xbox 360 came out, I actually came out of knee surgery within hours and waited in line because GameStop screwed me. And I was like, I'd be damned if I go through a recovery without a machine. So I'm a little bit on the extreme end with things.
Yeah, and Volatile Times brings this up. I want to talk a little bit about the dewback, but we'll keep talking about the rooted hair Artisan Joker, the rooted hair Anakin from the last couple of days. This is the aftermath of that. I was able to get the Joker. I was not able to get the Anakin, but I spilled my coffee. Volatile Times says we can't have a market where you buy a figure and 3 weeks later it's 25% off. He is 1,000% right. As a matter of fact, is this what you call volatile time?
The wizard.
And he's also right about this, because this is how Sideshow used to do their Star Wars collectibles. This is how it was 5 years ago. If you didn't pre-order it, you didn't get it. Come on, baby. But Second Brother, let's go to you. This Sand Trooper and Sergeant dewback, we got a dewback, a dewback, baby. But here's, I am so excited about this because of the size of it. It gives me hope for a couple of things. I actually really believe now, from looking at him sitting on this, we're going to get the Tauntaun, and we're going to get Luke on a Tauntaun, and we're going to get Han on a Tauntaun. I really, really believe, now that Sideshow is sold out, and they've been for a while on both of those pieces, it's going to be Hot Toys' turn to give us Luke Skywalker and Han Solo on a Tauntaun. Is this a path towards that already, with some of the beasts and some of the speeders and some of the blurgs that we're getting already? I really, really believe so on my part. Your thoughts on that, and your thoughts on this, baby? If you're still there, second brother. Or Or you're on mute, my friend. Or Dante, if you're, I think Dante may be back. Oh, actually, waiting for them both to come back in here. So, second brother coming back in. But I actually think everybody who's watching it here, this is so exciting to me, not only for the dewback and, the troopers are awesome, but I really, really feel that this is a breadcrumb towards a tauntaun, which is really, really what I want. From Hot Toys for Star Wars for sure. And as we're waiting for second brother to come back in, what do you guys think? How many of you in here are happy with this dewback and this Sand Trooper Sergeant? How many of you are actually just getting the Sand Trooper Sergeant? How many of you are getting the Sand Trooper Sergeant with the dewback? And as you're trying to go ahead and answer that particular question, I am putting this up into here. Be right back. Man of Hot Collectibles had to stop away for a second. We're going to get second brother back in here. But while we're waiting for these responses, PRockZilla 71. What's up, baby? What is up, my friend? Aries chaotic, but managed to grab one. He's talking about the rooted hair Anakin. Damn, you must have been I still favor a HasLab crowdfunded approach to these releases. I think that would be the ultimate way. I do agree with that. I brought that up about a week or two ago. But I do like this way. I'm fine with this way. This way does generate buzz as well. But good stuff on there. Listen, we got 120 in here. Did you smash that like button? You're with the Dark Jedi. Let's get it to 100 likes. Come on, baby. Are we at 100 likes? Let's do that. We've got the Man of Hot Collectibles with us, Dante. So glad to have him with us. Was just on his countdown show. And we've got second brother in the house as well, who'll be coming back in here in just a second. But congratulations to you, PRockZilla, on getting that. Mark Lee puts up here, I'm good with this. It creates value. Nearly every hot toy release between 2021 and 2022 is worth less than retail. You know, you have to wonder if they call you the wizard, and let's play this for you, because I think
too many of them. What are we going to do?
what they're going to do is they're going to be making a little bit more like this. And Yomo says, at least it wasn't as bad as trying to get a PS5 in 2020 and 2021. Yeah, and Mark Lee also says 15 by 14 by 31. That's not far from the N1. That's not far from the N1, second brother. That is not far from the N1, but I'm talking about a freaking tauntaun, baby. But what do you think about this?
Brother, I'm sitting there having difficulty. I'm trying to log in on my PC. It's not letting me have somebody stuck right here. Seeing that dewback was just exciting. Like, it brought back to my childhood of me having the Kenner version with putting the stormtrooper in a little slide in the top. It brought me back to that. And, I showed it to the missus. I was like, you know what? I got to get this. And I may end up getting two. Because I'm thinking about putting Arena Boba on top of it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, that is I'm pretty excited about this too. And this does bring me back to this. And Red in the Ledger actually says, I can't believe they actually made it. Dude, this is huge. And I don't know, second brother, if you could still hear me. I see that your screen's freezing. I think I can hear you typing. This is pretty big because Mark Lee put in here 15 by 14 by 31. That's specs, my friend, for the N1.
Right.
That is very, very close. I talked about this the other week, and people were starting to hear what I was trying to say. I feel like Hot Toys is in a different place right now. And a lot of crap that was teased, and there was a lot of fluff and nonsense, like, oh, we're just doing this to flex. I don't necessarily feel like that they were flexing on that N1. They may have devices or like, hey, now I think some people are going to jump on this dewback.
Oh,
If
yeah.
they do that, I mean, they ended the Mando season 3 with that N1 sitting in his front yard with Grogu. He's going to be flying that a little bit. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling now. This is humongous. It's making me think, second brother. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I think I'll be able to pop in here right now. There we go.
Shut the other one off.
Let me shut the other one off.
There you go, baby. Now
All
you're
right.
in.
There we go. Yeah. So, yeah. Sorry. What was your question again?
I think that we could actually get the N1 with the size of this, and I don't necessarily. I believe that Eric Henke is right. He's still believing the N1 is coming. This may be a sign for that. I feel like this is more of a sign that a beast in the form of a Tauntaun is coming, especially with a Luke and hopefully a Han. But this is very, very big, brother. Yeah. And the N1 is not too much smaller. I think it's around 30-something inches, too. This is 31 inches long, baby.
Right. And what the thing is with the, this kind of, in a way, the N1 has its own individual appeal. This have its appeal, and I pretty much think they gauged it off of the Bark Troopers, that the sales that they got for both of those being waitlisted.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I was thinking the same damn thing, honestly.
Yeah, because it's almost the same price point. It's maybe like $80 more. Around that same, close to that same price point. So they think they could pretty much pull us off at 700 opposed to that M1 maybe 1500. But I believe that M1, I think that M1 is coming. It's just timing. I think it's timing with that. But seeing this right here, man, man, like everyone said, I can't believe that they did it. And I was in the camp of like, yeah, they teasing this. It's probably gonna be a year or two for now, or they may not ever do it. But by them doing this, it definitely opened up that door for that Tauntaun to be built. And like I think I've been saying on a couple of streams, is that be honest. Their well is running dry of ideas. They got to come up with something new instead of an Iron Man that's in a different pose or something that we have already seen before, a character we have already seen before numerous times. So this right here, along with the Artisan Anakin, is breathing a breath of fresh air that this hobby needs right now, particularly with Hot Toys. I mean, me personally, I'm getting tired of the 2.0s and the same stuff. Oh, show me something different. Make me jump out of my chair. And this right here does it right here.
Yeah, I totally agree. And look at both of these together. Can you imagine a display? I mean, you would have to have a gigantic, an enormous on display to be able to have these like this. But how sweet it is to be able to look at what we're looking at the screen if you were going to get to. But I do think you have to ask yourself, what does this mean for the Mandalorian and the N1? Was it because a lot of people were saying on this, they didn't think that we're actually going to do the dewback, that they were flexing. It's bigger than the blurg. It's not the same thing. The blurg was ginormous enough as it is. This is a whole other ball game. This is very, very long, but honestly, not too far away dimensionally from the dimensions of what that N1 starfighter would be. Obviously, with the wings, it'll be you'll have that girth. But I'm telling you right now, I don't necessarily believe, from what I'm starting to see over the past year, from what I'm starting to see since the change of this economy, and with the DX24 and 25 Bespin Luke, quite frankly, second brother, I am starting to believe that they're not flexing. They are foretelling what the heck they 100% are planning to do. And I'll be honest with you, I'm convinced more and more, and especially with this, that the N1 is coming. They put so much time into that, into bringing it around, also to the States here, into coming out with a commercial with it. I don't think it was a bunch of BS. I actually think, they went ahead and they answered in art. They went ahead and they gave us a lot of figures from the crypt. They've been throwing a lot of teases out over the last year, where in the past it'd be like, where is it? And they're coming through on it. I think they've been very, very calculated and purposed. And I think with their new purposed marketing campaigns that they're actually putting out, that they wouldn't have done the N1 if they were like, we don't want to hear this crap, that we're not going to do it. I think they're going to blow us away and do it. I don't know when, but I think they're going to do it.
Yeah, and I think it's timing. I honestly think it's timing. That, everyone, Hot Toys kind of like playing the cat and mouse game a lot of times. And they tease stuff, and you see it like, they ain't probably going to do. But, they kind of did that to us so much. Now we're like, okay, man, they're not going to do it. We look at more of them not doing it instead of them doing it. Now, this, I was like, we're seeing this right here. Now reinstills the faith with the N1. And I think the N1 is timing. I really think it's about timing. And timing and price point. Because they're still, as all companies are, they're still in this flux of trying to fight inflation, but try to stay competitive.
Well, and I think that's exactly what's going on here. And I think that's exactly what's going on with these limited runs.
Wow.
Did you know, I'll be honest with you, as we're talking about this, and welcome everybody. You're watching a very special episode of Aries is Live with the Dark Jedi right here, talking about the aftermath of today with the Anakin, the rooted hair artisan Anakin. Yesterday, the rooted hair Joker. I was able to secure the Joker rooted hair, was not able to secure the Anakin. We're talking about this amazing unveil today. Don't forget to smash that like button. Are we at 100 likes yet, baby? We need to be at 100 likes. Let's go. Let's go ahead and hit those likes button. Come on, baby. But I think that you're starting to see everything that's happened. The what I was trying to say, second brother, is the Darth Vader from the 40th anniversary. The collector edition's gone. It's waitlisted like the Anakin today. You can't get the collector edition of the Darth Vader anymore. It hit waitlist. It's gone. It is absolutely surreal. The 20th anniversary of Clone Commander Fox says almost gone as well. When you're speaking about Star Wars here, they're just not making as much as they as they used to. And I think you're onto something. I think that their wheels are turning on what do we got to do to keep interest going. Well, I think the past couple of days, they just discovered something very special.
Right. But then, too, they can't keep doing this also, where you got these exclusive pieces. Like the next one is up for grabs. What is that? That quarter scale Iron Man? That's the next one that's up for grabs. And I'm not trying that at all because I already got the Midas. I already have it. When you get into quarter scale, that's statue category, and that's a whole set of logistics that go along with that. I'm already, was scrambling for the first statue. I'm getting to find a place for that, which I do. But that's a whole different category there. But it's good to try to keep things new and keep things fresh. I think they need to limit the exclusive pieces just a little bit. We can't just turn our back every minute and then here's an exclusive piece. Come out with something new. Like someone just said, Jabba. Sideshow did a Jabba. I have it. It's an excellent piece. I always wanted to see, like, okay, if Hot Toys do this, what are they going to bring to the table with this? They're going to see, because Hot Toys do it. They're going to, I'm not even going to say they're going to kick it a few nickels. They're going to throw a few quarters, dimes, and the whole slot machine at it to make it look good. But that's what we need. We need some new stuff.
And I've never seen more exclusives, second brother, as our Man of Hot Collectibles will be right back, that we've seen this year. But honestly, I want to talk about this because I do have a hunch. I do think they've made millions of dollars the last couple of days off these artisan lines. I'm not talking about every week or every 2 weeks, but I do see a scenario where 10 times a year, I think every 5 weeks, if they put out, like, especially if they did it like the Joker, it's got to be a prime character. Because if you think about it, it's only 10 figures a year, but it's literally almost every month. If they come out like with the Joker and say, okay, we got an Iron Man, we got a Wonder Woman, we got a Luke, we got a Gamora, we got a Black Widow, we got this or that, a prime character, and then you could also get the sculpted version. They've just unveiled a way where they're like, hey, look, we're able to sell, and not everybody's going to get every one of the figures I mentioned. Some are going to spill their coffee like today and join in on the fun and be like, oh, look, there's another con. Every 4 or 5 weeks, there's a con. There's a live show. Everybody that goes on the sideshow, when they're live, they get anywhere from they get over 800 to 1,000 views of people watching this. I believe that because of the money and the interest that this was rejuvenated, they're not just going to do this twice a year. I think that they're going to do this a little bit. Now, I'm not saying every week or every couple weeks, but every like 5 weeks. And it's even something like every quarter, because then what were the channels doing the last month? Second brother. All they were talking about was the Joker and the Anakin.
Right. We were speculating the entire time.
And we did the marketing for them. So I think that this is going to happen, a little bit more often than we think. But I do really think it's going to happen with a sculpted hair variant. I'm surprised with Anakin. Why do you think with Anakin they didn't do that? But with the Joker, they did. What is your opinion?
Well, I think the Joker was a direct shot in art. I don't care what anyone says. That was a direct.
Oh, I agree. I think it was absolutely an answer. It wasn't.
It was a direct shot, and then it was like, okay, since we fired this direct shot at you for that figure, now we're going to do this one, and let's see what you guys do. And the only thing that Art has, they did Wonder Woman. That was a direct shot. That Joker was damn sure a bullseye shot right there. So that's basically saying that, hey, we still in the game with this. We coming at it at a cheaper price point. It was a damn good quality we could see from the prototype photos. And when you turn around, we get to when we're talking about Anakin. Leave out the hair. That sculpt is amazing.
We don't talk about that damn sculpt enough, dude.
I've looked at that sculpt so many times and trying to find imperfections with it. And I'm just sitting there like, damn, this damn sculpt is like, wow, this is really lifelike. This is really good. Him getting ready to cut Christopher Lee's head off. This is it right here. So, and then the price point it came in, because it came in at 400, it was a 410, which when you look at what you're getting, that's not bad. So
no, it's not. And PRockZilla with the $5 drop. Thank you so much for the super chat. My good friend says Hot Toys has plenty of dry powder. Clone Wars, original trilogy, and prequels, Han Solo would crush it. I tell you the truth, I'd love a Han Solo. Could you even imagine if we were able to get this with rooted hair, second brother?
Stuck up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Oh, hot damn. I would lose my freaking mind if we were able to get that. Holy smoke. But thank you so much, PRockZilla, for that super chat, baby. I do appreciate that. Dante, we were just talking about this, and I knew you had to step away for a second. But just real quick, we keep going back to Anakin and the Joker, and I think they're going to do these artisans more often than not. Second brother, he's thinking maybe quarterly. I think a little bit more, maybe 6 times a year. It could be monthly. They can't do it every week, But we'll have to say, I think they're going to do it quite a bit for this buzz. But look at what they gave us today. A lot of people thought we weren't going to get this because it was too damn big. I mean, this is like 31 inches long. This is the same length as like around the N1. What is it, like 34 or 36 inches? Does this open the door for, something like that? Because we're starting to see, holy crap, what Howard's teasing, Howard's delivering on. It's not like the days of old where they were feeling things out. It's almost like they're being very purpose, like, hey, if we tell you we're going to do it, we're going to do it. I think that this gives a little hope to the N1 because this thing's freaking massive, Dante. It's massive.
Yeah. No, yeah. And sorry, I will have to probably leave in a couple minutes. I have to get into a phone call. I was getting some phone calls here. Just to give you my thoughts about this one here, it's gonna happen. I mean, we're gonna get vehicles. We're gonna get bigger items. I mean, we've seen it already. Hato's doing the DeLorean, the Batmobile, the N1 potentially. We're getting vehicles with the clone troopers. So we're getting a bunch of things, and this is not the end of it for sure. We're gonna get even better and bigger, characters like that. I mean, we're probably gonna get a Bant at one point. Who knows? We're probably gonna get some other vehicles that we wanted in the past. Maybe maybe they do a Millennium Falcon cockpit. Just try to compete it with Just Inc. at one point. I don't know, because actually think about it. Hatas was the one who did that originally, and then Just Inc. did it. So can they do that again? I think so too. They can definitely do it. They can definitely give us more. There's definitely a market to it. Collectors are getting more into display cases, and though now the display cases can accommodate bigger items, not necessarily 1/6 figures, you can get your vehicle, you can get your figure displayed together. Evolution is happening, my friend. So don't be surprised that one of these days the N1 is a reality, or any other vehicle that we were waiting for a long time.
Right. Well, listen, guys, we've already been over, and I was on your stream. It's already over 2 hours here. I know we all got a day. For everybody who's watching, what an epic time to collect Hot Toys and 6-scale figures. The Anakin today, some people were able to get it. Some people were not able to get it. The panel agrees the mechanism was pretty darn good. They have a couple of kinks, they'll work those out. But all in all, the last couple of days, way better than what they did with the D100 Wonder Woman. A lot of excitement, a lot of buzz. A lot of excitement about this, the Stormtrooper and the dewback. I really wanted to talk about the amazing final production photos of that Black Panther, but I'm out of gas. I'm out of gas, and I'm out of time. I know Brother Cousins talked on that from his show this morning when he was also talking about that and this. But smash that like button, baby. Subscribe to the Man of the Hot Collectibles in the building. If you haven't subscribed to him, subscribe to him right now. He has so much stuff. A link is in the video description, always in the video description. You could go right there and subscribe to him, or just type in Man of Hot Collectibles. He will come up and subscribe. But listen, everybody, what a great time. Dante, thank you for being here. Don't forget to subscribe right here, too, to the 6-scale Cantina. Second brother, what a day. I'm 1 for 2. I got the Joker. I didn't get the Anakin. But honestly, I don't think all the wait lists are going to drop because, there were so many people in line, only 3,100 of them. But for that figure, I'll spend the extra 150, 200 bucks extra when it's time to get that. You never know. There may be a dark side one coming. I really think that there is. I think there was way too many. There was millions the last couple of days. I think it's going to go. But I really appreciate you guys jumping in here today. Again, don't forget to subscribe to Dante. Remember, I don't always buy coffee out, but when I do, last drop. I drink it right here at the 6-scale Cantina. I always end with a prediction. Let me end it with this. Stay thirsty, my friends.
All right. But this is the last time.